Hello, today we will talk about the probably most advanced mobile digital audio to converter and headphone amplifier, and non-surprisingly it's made by Lotoo. Lotoo proved that they can create really high-end sound, all their players and products were really good, and now they decided to create a small dongle-like device. Unfortunately, they didn't add here Bluetooth, but it's pretty universal in wired connections, and we will talk about it a bit later. They put all their expertise into this small device. It uses AK4377 digital to analog converter, and as an amplifier, if I remember right, they used OPA 1622, and that means 70 milliwatts for 32 ohms load from single-ended output, and up to 120 milliwatts for 32 ohms load from the balanced output. And here used Pentacon connector, and all highest resolutions are supported, DSD up to 128, and also they put their signature digital sound enhancer here. As you can see, really advanced small device. Of course, this device came out somewhere during the spring, but due to pandemic, I just got the sample and it's even labeled as a sample. So let's proceed to the review. Package is small, but it's stylish. As usual, Lotoo creates different versions for different markets. Not sure about the difference, but anyway, they're trying to separate the different markets. And inside of the box, one will have a short quick start manual with explanation about the screen and other information. Warranty card. So let's put that aside. S1 itself, two cables, Lightning one and USB-C. In some reviews I've seen that Lightning cable should be purchased separately, but I got both. And also you will have an adapter for the regular USB-A if you want to use it with the Mac or PC. So pretty universal. In terms of design, it's really simple. It's small, it's lightweight, 27 grams. It's machined from single block of metal, probably it's aluminium. 3 buttons on the side, small screen, and here is USB connector and 2 outputs. So basically it's really simple. So you plug the cable, really tightly fitting connectors. You connect it to the device, it boots up in few seconds and it's ready to work. Of course, it's not flickering in real life, it's just because of rolling shutter effect. Well, unfortunately, changing frame rates didn't help, so it's still flickering on the video. In real life, no flickering is visible, it just looks as a bit dim screen. Here it displays the resolution and signal type PCM or DSD, then one letter for gain and current volume level. You just press the volume buttons and the volume change it. And here you can see the selected sound enhancer preset. Lotoo implemented here their signature parametric equalizer and ATE audio enhancers. It's more sophisticated ways of changing sounds than just equalizing. So you press the function button and you can change the different presets. There are a few equalizer presets like classical, pop music, rock, techno, dance, special equalizer for headphones, for jazz, full bass, and also different ATA, far field and near field. They're changing the imaginary sound stage. Dental makes sound like closer to right in your head and sounding a bit aggressive. Sweet, more relaxed signature, brighter, radio, and also there is a separate mode for games. So if you need to use it game, movie, if you want to use it with game, there is a special preset. Second press allows to change the gain. And none. Also, there are two separate modes that can be activated during boot up. If you plug it in pressing the function button, it will be in the firmware update mode, and it's really simple. I really like that Lotoo implements that in really simple way. You don't need some Windows PC, for example. For me it's always a problem to update firmware for many devices because they require Windows, and I'm a Mac user for quite a long time. So you just press the function button and plug it. It will be visible as a USB mass storage device. You just put the file there and then disconnect, and then it actually instantly will update the firmware, and Lotoo release new firmware versions improving different things. And also you can switch it to the USB audio class 1 mode. So if you want to use it with older devices like Nintendo Switch or some other gadget that doesn't recognize USB audio class 2, you just have to press the plus button and then plug it, so it should be working. I didn't test that, but it's written in the documentation. And besides that, everything is simple. You plug headphones here and you can start listening to it. Of course, it's pretty power consuming because it drains battery like 30% faster than regular music listening on my iPhone with regular adapter. But instead it gives you a lot of power and better sound that we will discuss a bit later. Besides that, as you can see, build quality is great, controls are simple and intuitive, they provide a lot of connectivity options, so everything is done on really good level. And of course about the sound, so let's go back to the setup I used in the previous part of this video. So it's connected to the Fuse M11 Pro. Of course it doesn't matter almost doesn't matter what you will use as a transport, unless it's a good transport, of course. So Fuse M11 Pro with USB Audio Player Pro as a software, Lotoo S1 and IMR everyday planars, so we'll cover them in one of the next reviews. Connected via Pentacon to the balanced out, low gain, and of course for the sound description I won't use the equalizer here, but of course everyone who will buy it will actively use it. Some presets like rock, for example, or near and far field and headphones preset are really good, and actually they are doing their job without distorting sound too much, so it's a proper software implementation of sound enhancers, and actually that's what our Lotoo are known for. In terms of sound, it's natural, really well controlling the load device with really natural sound without going far into the nitpicking, without excessive accent on the micro detailization, really well balancing between weight and control. Probably it can be considered as a bit warmer, but actually, you know, it's only comparing with totally natural and monitoring devices, so I'd rather call it natural in terms of sound, and let's proceed step by step. So bass is linear. Actually, it's almost linear, you know. Nowadays there is no devices that doesn't have linear frequency response. Maybe there are some, but it's kind of rare exception. So bass is linear, it's tight, it's impactful, it has really good weight, especially if you use it from balanced out and if you use it with in-ear monitors. So it has good weight, of course maximum depth, it's well controlled, so you know you definitely will have the sense of powerful and really capable device. Bass has good layering and really good in texturing and nice resolution. Of course, it's not the level of high-end devices, and even Lotoo owned DACs like PAW 6000 and PAW Touch Gold are better, but still for $200 devices it behaves really well, and it's controlling sound really nicely and sounding perfect both with acoustic instruments and with synthesized low frequencies. But of course on realistic acoustic instruments it will disclose its potential better, because it's more rich, more overtone saturated, more nuances filled stuff, so it will play better. And that's why I've selected Postmodern Jukebox and their track Crazy Train. So it's Ozzy Osbourne's cover in jazz or swing-like manner, and here they used acoustic double bass, and it's pretty normally recorded, but it's not highlighted like it sometimes happened. You know, it's easy to test or to show, to demonstrate the low frequencies with Musica Nuda. It's just voice and acoustic double bass, and actually bass on that tracks are unavoidable. You will get it, and all the difference will be like you will have more bass or less bass, more natural, less natural, and so on. But here acoustic bass is just one of the instruments, and there are a lot of different instruments here, and in this case, when device is not technical enough, it's easy to lose the acoustic double bass in the mix, and it's just playing somewhere in background. And when you use some bassy device or bass highlighting device, it's vice versa. Acoustic bass will be pushed forward and will dominate when it's not necessary, while PAW S1 just keeps bass where it should be, and it presented in really nice realistic manner with good amount of body and presence, and you will get this effect of strings really sounding engaging and pleasant. Mids are also done in same manner, so it's just natural with a bit of additional weight to sounding more realistic, to give more body for the vocal, more body for the instruments. It's not super nitpicking, but of course the properly mastered records will be a nice plus for this tiny device. So it's like, you know, when you if you'll get something with not perfect mixing or mastering, it will be audible. Just with better tracks you will get the better effect. Imaginary stage is good, and you can alter it using this equalizer presets, and they actually do that thing. Maybe they have some kind of crossover, or I don't know how they implement that, but that near field and far field presets are doing their job. Well, maybe not perfect, but you know, pretty nice, and at the acceptable level, at least for me. So making sound more intimate or more spacious, whatever you like to get in this particular moment. So mids are natural with good weight, with nice emotions, with good macro dynamics. So it's not lacking power to provide you necessary macro dynamics and control the load really well. And as an example, I've got Doors, the Alabama song, a nostalgic trip to that times when you could sing Show Me the Way to the Next Little Girl, and you won't get jailed for that. But actually, maybe it probably was possible, but not so instantly like nowadays. And of course it's a good song, and it built on the contrast of probably its tuba and vocal, and it's really mid-intense thing, because it requires really good and technical mids for all instruments to sound required in order for all instruments to sound natural, because it's pretty easy to lose this kind of organic and natural representation. But S1 managed to deliver that pretty good. And treble is also nice. Probably it's like how to say, not the weakest point, probably not, it's just a bit less great than mids and bass. Treble is still really good here. It's live, it's organic, with proper attacks and decays, of course with nice resolution, but it's lacking a bit of richer layering. Actually not lacking, you know, if we say that it's $200 device, it's really good level of treble layering, but bass and mids here sounding more expensive than this level, and probably you can expect a bit better treble layering, but still I need to highlight that it's not an issue, it's just the area that could be even better and make it even great, but it's still really good. It's nice, organic, and with good extension and sounding really well. And as an example for the treble, I've got the Mars Volta, Dyslexicon, their last album, and good track. Well, it's a really intense track, a lot of distortion, guitars and different sounds, and at the same time a lot of cymbals, and they require good resolution and good control over the treble, and this digital tonal converter delivers that. So, to summarize the sound part here, really good, natural, organic device offering high level sound, very natural, and what is especially important, it's hitting higher than its range. I usually don't like to say so, but in this case for $200 you can get the sound of more expensive players. But of course you will need to use some smartphone or something to use as a transport. In terms of pairings, it's pretty universal device. It shows really good black background, so almost zero background noise with sensitive in-ear monitors, and good EMI shielding, not 100% perfect, but it's silent almost all the time using with smartphones, at least with iPhone. And on the other end of this scale, of course, it's tough to drive headphones, so 120 milliwatts, it's not the most powerful, but still it's pretty enough to drive almost every headphones that can be considered as a portable. Of course, most power-hungry planars are not a good load for it, but with, let's say, Mesa Empyrean, it shows a pretty good and pleasant sound. But please keep in mind, so if you want to use it at the high gain and at the highest volumes, it's better to use it with something more powerful, with more powerful USB port. So it will show a bit better results with MacBook, for example, or PC than with, let's say, iPhone, because iPhone is limiting the USB power as well as many other smartphones. So, and it will sound a bit softer with PC, it more impactful. And speaking about the compressions, actually not much compressions here, few BTR5. BTR5 is more natural, more focused on the micro contrast, more analytical, while this one is more natural and organic. And also, of course, we need to keep in mind the difference in the areas of application. So like BTR5 has Bluetooth with different codecs, while this one has different equalizer presets that really change sound noticeably, and it's a really good tool to have. And also BTR5 has its own battery, so with mobile devices it's less power consuming, and this one is will drain the battery of the device faster. And I don't know, I busted DC01, this one is better, it's pretty easy, and also it's better than Kozoi Tact C. It's a bit more natural and organic. They have similar signature, but this one doing everything is better, and also offering offering more features. So to summarize everything, if you're looking for a small portable digital to analog converter, pretty universal in terms of connectivity and with a lot of features, so look no more. I didn't hear everything in this price range, but I'm pretty sure that Lotoo PAW S1 is maybe the best offer in this price range, or at least one of the best if you need just pure wired digital to analog converter. Thank you for listening and for your attention, and have a nice day.